So namaste, everyone. Lovely to be here with you this afternoon. My name is Lindsey, and this is our Yoga Nidra nap to reset your nervous system. So please take your time to get completely comfortable on the support beneath your body. You may take a moment, as I mentioned, to grab a blanket or a pillow for behind your head or your knees. And for just the shortest moment, we'll bring some tension into the whole body and then release it. So could you start by squeezing all of the muscles of your legs, of your feet. Curl them up and in. Squeeze through the thighs, squeezing the core, the arms, shoulders, your neck, all of the muscles of your face. Everything tight. Keep squeezing and take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, release all the muscles of your body, relaxing the hands open, releasing all of the tension in the back, letting your legs become heavy, and then taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and one more time like that. And notice if there's the smallest little movement or adjustment you could make to get your body even more comfortable, knowing that it's worth the extra effort to allow yourself to settle in deeper into stillness. Throughout this practice, I'll encourage you to prioritize your comfort over stillness. And so if at any point you feel the need to readjust or to move any part of your body, please feel free and go ahead to make any of those adjustments. Beginning to open now to the experience of sounds. The whole body becoming receptive. Feel yourself landing and settling into the arms of the earth, the support of the earth beneath the body. And if you have a sankalpa or an intention for your practice today, you could call it in now. And perhaps we don't have a specific intention at all today, but instead we are just here to enjoy this moment because it feels good. If you are open to an intention, I'm going to offer you a statement. And the statement is, I am already whole. I am already whole. So go ahead and utter these words to yourself about 3 times here. And you're speaking these words into your heart, into your mind, letting them reverberate throughout the whole body. Yoga Nidra is a journey in and around the layers of yourself. So as you arrive into this practice, take note first at the most obvious part of yourself. This is your physical self, what you carry around with you day to day, the part of you that responds to gravity. The physical self being your bones, organs, muscles, connective tissues, all these visible parts of you. Notice this part of you settling here. Take note of a layer of you that is a little more subtle, perhaps even invisible. The energy of you, the neurons that communicate through electricity in your brain. This is energy. The breath that moves in and out of your lungs, the pulse of your diaphragm. This is energy. The churning of your digestive organs, the movement of blood through your veins. This is all energy. Notice your energy body settle here. Next, perhaps even more subtle, all of your faculties of knowing. The mind, the five senses, memories, thoughts, your emotional landscape, daydreams, all these parts of you now settling too. Beginning this journey by noticing the physical body, we'll do this through a body scan. As you hear locations of body parts named, simply bring your awareness there. We'll start first with landing our awareness at the throat, tongue, teeth, gums, the upper and lower jaw, both lips together, then the lower lip and the upper lip, your face, nose, right eye, left eye, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the right thumb, first finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, the whole right hand, left thumb, first finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, the whole left hand. Then the right wrist, left wrist, right elbow, left elbow, trunk, right hip, left hip, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right lower leg, left lower leg, right ankle, left ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, and the root center between the sitting bones. From the physical body, slide a little deeper now into observing your energy self. And you can do so by becoming an audience to your breath, noticing how the breath is effortless, almost as though it's breathing you. And as you notice this breath, you can layer on some imagination, visualizing that as the breath slides down the throat and enters into the lungs, where it inflates hundreds of tiny balloons, almost like grapes on a vine. The inhale inflates these balloons, and the exhale deflates them. Inhale and imagine the lungs swelling like grapes, and exhale, they soften and empty. Watch this now for a few moments. Slide from the breath into the domain of your mental faculties. And here's where you can really indulge in the senses and utilize your imagination. Start to imagine the entire body feeling very heavy, almost as though you're resting underneath a weighted blanket. And conjure up the sensation of heaviness in however this makes sense to you. Imagine the bones getting heavier, the body sinking into that which you're resting on. For a moment here, indulge in the sensation of heaviness. Now exploring its opposite. Imagine and feel the body growing weightless. Weightless as though you could be like a cloud floating through the sky. Weightless as though the slightest breeze would shift you. Weightless as though the rules of gravity no longer apply to you. Now explore and sense this feeling of being weightless. Can you now conceive of feeling both heavy and weightless at the same time? So, what would that feel like to be simultaneously heavy yet weightless, all in the same body and in the exact same moment? Give this a try. You've moved from the surface level of your body and through the senses and your imagination. You're now in the depths of your consciousness. I'll direct your awareness to the space behind your eyelids. And at first, this might seem very literal that you're watching behind your eyelids. But there is an inner wisdom here. There's a part of you that knows what you're gazing upon is, in fact, your mind space, as vast as the night sky, holding the potential for so many things to be seen. Perhaps images, perhaps things unseen, like memories, messages. All these things can come up here. Remembering that this is not a place of effort. I'll list off a few images, and these might show up in your line of vision. They might jumpstart some visualizations to manifest. It's also possible that nothing happens, and that's perfectly okay too. Because remember, you are already whole. Flickering candle, white clouds, a starlit night, hot air balloon rising, dark, rich soil, planet Earth from above, sunlight streaming through a window, a ship's anchor plunging into the ocean, steam rising from a mug of tea, the sound of my voice, your body restful. If this moment was like a hammock, could you lean into it, resting in this place where you're in connection with the most subtle part of yourself? And this is the part of you unbound of time or circumstances, the part of you that knows that whatever you truly need, you already have, that the person you want to be, you already are. Because the truth is, you are already whole. This is a useful time to reinsert your intention. You can state your statement or affirmation 3 more times. Speak it to yourself as though you're dropping a coin into a wishing well. Going slowly as you approach the return journey, as you start to make your way back from this place. Using again the faculty of your mind and your senses first. You might notice the pace of your thoughts is a little slower. That's totally fine. Start to indulge in your senses a little more readily now. Certainly, you're using your sense of hearing, but activate it a little more beyond the sound of my voice. Listening for other things. Perhaps it's the sound of your own breath or other sounds you can detect from the room you're in. Even stretch your sense of hearing to noises outside of your walls. You can also begin to connect to the sense of touch. Your body has been still for some time. So how does it feel having rested for this long? Could you label a temperature you're experiencing or a texture that you're feeling? Allow the sense of touch to become a little more pronounced. Remember that your energy body has been present this whole time, and now you can use your breath a little more actively to come back. Use the inhale to fuel and churn up the system, and a slow exhale to fall out of the mouth. You can do this several times with more pronounced inhalations and exhalations. At last, you can land right where you started in the physical body. You've been still for some time now, so the first few movements might be small. You can start by moving the contents of the mouth, teeth, the tongue, jaws, the lips. And from there, the eyebrows could slide up and down. You could start to gently nod your head left to right, up and down. Moving your limbs next, your fingers beginning to wake up, the hands, wrists, and down to the toes. They wake up. You can spread them wide. feeling some air and space in between them. Moving the feet and the ankles. And from here, following any other inclinations towards moving. All of this movement just assisting you with coming back gradually. And when you are ready, this movement can move you towards curling yourself up, rounding through your spine, perhaps taking a little twist from one side to the other, or if you are supine, lying down, perhaps rolling onto your side, curling up into a ball. Just enjoy this moment. Wherever, whenever you're ready, bring yourself up to seated. You can give yourself a gentle hug or just a moment's pause before you move on to the next part of your day. Thanking everyone for joining today for our guided meditation, Yoga Nidra. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.